are much lower cooldown, so they can make more mistakes in some ways. But their lineup also, I think, takes a little bit more finesse to work well. It takes the bob in, the weave in, the in and the out. That's sort of how I'd want to play this, as you always do when it comes to Disruptor. And I think that could be a very hard style.
Okay. Well, we'll see if they can make that bob and weave work. I love to hear, we've used multiple boxing metaphors today, which I feel like is appropriate considering there's a couple boxers that live in this region previously on this team as well. If we go back just not that far away. And yeah, I think that the big thing too is it just felt like last game it got off even on a bad start from the get-go, right? Like you had that double kill that started the game off, and then from there, like the sort of gank down bottom didn't work out, or rather the laning kill that they tried to make happen. So we'll see if they've set themselves up for more success. Any lanes being blocked, or camps being blocked rather, doesn't look like it yet for Chu.
Yeah, they might not necessarily know where he's going to play too. So they might just be kind of waiting to see where he settles down before they go too crazy on the sentries and everything. And V2 and Blizzy have a little bit of a duel, but he can just walk away. So we'll be all even here on the take-up of the bounties, as Ramses and Roger are in a bit of a sneaky spot here, aren't they?
Hello,
surprise, G.
How you doing? Nice to see you. You're ready to get punched in the face over and over again? Oh my god, this poor fella. Dude, he's going under tower. They thought about it.
Yeah.
Is he
almost
dead? No,
nah,
he's
living. Good.
Poor guy.
Kind of an interesting play. Sends him all the way back home, but at the same time, Nefrit's just fine up top, so not a massive concern until the Hoodwink makes her way back up here.
Right. It should be okay. Definitely one of the at least more annoying things to deal with in the laning stage is frost arrows, but Ramses eventually is going to be diving this hero underneath the tower, most likely. We'll see if Freed has an okay time with it. Nice deny there on that range creep. And so far, in the mid lane, it does look like it's going to be no one going for that Quaswex that we normally expect to see. Uses that Tornado and then just gets a little bit more CS there off of Melajewel. And
that's good. Harass the wave, too. That's kind of stuff you want to see here. As Lina, of course, supposed to win most mid-lane matchups. That's kind of her bread and butter these days. A little bit of a temperamental hero. She's a hothead, so it can be difficult if you don't get the good rotations on the earlier end for this hero. But I think we've already had one really good Lina game from our last series with Puck Champs. So looking for some more success from the hero here.
Absolutely. Snago. Oh, that was a TP death. Does not feel good, and first blood going to Chu. They did block out this camp, but Sentry already there and away, and they're going to be able to maybe get the respawn too.
Oh no!
Dropped in the center. Yeah, I think he gets it.
He's good. He's good.
No,
he's not good.
He's not good. Oh no! Chu, you need to be quicker.
Where was my timber? Help me.
Dude, unbelievable. Blizzy,
that's actually crazy how impactful that is, though. That's so annoying. Oh, look, they blocked this one, too, with the sneaky one on the opposite side, too. He's trying to deward it now, and he couldn't get it.
Oh, man. He has to take a Frost Mage. Boo. Nobody likes that guy.
He's just jungling with these, like, yeah, whatever.
I'll come back when I can.
My game's over. If this is a pub, that edge is going to be the jungle for the next 10 minutes now. Like, yeah, my game's over. I don't care.
What's funny about that, too, is that so often, like, it's the same spot that they end up warding, right? And like if Blizz, or if the Chu just like drops on the left-hand side there, gets the D ward, gets the spawn, gets the creep, would have been sick. But had to play it safe. Oh, up towards the top. They're keeping that pressure there onto G as Chu is gonna pull this creep over, gets the stack off. Gonna take the Wildling with her.
I'd be careful though. You do not want to be run down by a drow. Oh, the multi-shot there too.
Oh.
Can't quite get another Froster onto the Axe. So this is a ton of harass. And Axe is actually out of regen. They have a salve on Roger. That'll get passed over. But they're going to need some courier help up top here now.
Yeah, they're going to need to bring something else out for sure. This is... I mean, again, it's like once you get those levels, once you get like the first item up on Ramses, this lane starts to feel a lot better. But Drow is super annoying. Just 2 points up in these frost arrows, slowly but steadily whittling away. And the whole time as well, you've still got a Mango left on G to go for the Thunderstrike harass as well.
Yeah, she can be very frustrating because you think of her as like this weak laner, but if you just get zoned the whole time because you don't have the right assistance, like with Roger being low HP and needing to rotate around and just make some stacks instead, can be a bit difficult. They are also investing, I see. NAVI delving into the stock market. They've actually got 2 bounties ready at their triangle right now.
Nice. Love to see it. Ooh, extra pressure again on the Snako. Good lift up there by the Tornado. But Chu is pretty fast and gonna TP away again. This time, Snako will be able to get out. So gets back to this tower, but actually, he only has tangos and a headdress, so he's gonna be pretty low HP there for a while. And V-Tune. God, getting that harassment from Blizzy. Okay, this safe lane not going as well as up top.
Yeah, Ramsey's almost like baiting a little bit here now. Because he gets so low, but yeah, there's my help, Roger. Thank you. Coming in with the assistance. We're all set now.
Easy peasy.
Cool. Gets another courier. Okay. Courier's dropping like flies over this map right now.
Mm-hmm. Like to see it so far. And this Ench just sort of trying to continue to control this area of the map. It's going to take another one of those Mind Stealers as Free just goes down up top. That is not the way that was supposed to go. As they managed to find the kill with Ramses.
Yeah, they got the bushwhack on him too, so just a solid setup there. One of the weaknesses, of course, of the Disruptor, long time problem with the heroes, just in like the actual laning stage. It can be a little bit difficult. As I thought maybe they were going to go for something there, but we're all set. No one being bullied a lot in this lane, of course, as Lena loves to do, especially with the addition of these water runes, but he's just not too concerned about the region battle since he is cross-wax. As an Ob Sentry catches the Obs before it expires as Ramses gets stomped.
Oh, gotta be careful. Bushwhack to try and keep him alive, and the regen's gonna be enough to make sure that Ramses gets out of there. Does have his courier coming out to him right now. That's going to be completed Vanguard. Not a huge HP pool, though, and no regen on Roger. So he's going to have to play it a little bit safe up here on the top side. And meanwhile, you compare what's going on bottom. Blizzy's going to take this tower. Like, he's just got the catapult now, and it's really hard to stay in this lane at all.
This is what they wanted last game with their Broodmother pick.
Yeah.
They're going to try and take advantage of this. Like, showing 2 heroes taking a tower for free means that they want to try and get like some pressure on the mid lane instead. So Roger's going to come through. He's using that nighttime vision as they also get the kill off top. But he's cutting through that dangerous spot in behind the tier 1 where you can sort of like walk right through without being scouted. So they fully forced Alina out now.
Dude, they're winning it. And like, I mean, that's good at least. They needed this on no one because the other 2 lanes are struggling for sure. And, well, so far so good. EXTREMUM coming up with answers to what their problems were in game number 1. And you just look at like V-Tune's place right now in this game. You compare him to the Drow, almost 1,000 gold behind him. And Blizzy's not stopping. He's keeping this pressure on here.
I mean, what can they even do to rotate on him, right? Like, until the Invoker has more levels, there's not this this real threat here. And instead, no one's actually going to the top lane, but they have an Obs planted here, so this is going to let Nefrit know what's happening. So he will back away. Good save there. Will likely result in the death of the tower, but at least you're not going to lose your Drow as well. And the question is, do they want to send Blizzy up top and try and hold that? Because that tower's pretty low. Bit of a tough call at this point. Like, they're not going to deem it worthy.
Well, they're smoking up now, but they're going to run into one. So Roger making this move on over there, going to drop down the wards. Chu does have 2 points in enchant, and it looks like they're going to be able to beat down Roger to death. Now, will the rest of Navi show up to try and fight this? Doesn't look like it. They're just going to be happy with the tower kill.
I think that was just Roger's like making space. Like he knows that he might just die here. He has the Obs. He's just looking to pop smokes, so he's not too concerned about the situation.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, I'll die. We got the tower though. That's the most important thing. This gives Ramses a little bit more space. And V-Tune just trying to play catch up. Lowest on the cores right now. Pretty rough for a Faceless Void to be in this situation. Possibly considering a Midas. Getting close to it.
I think that's his plan. Probably would have gotten treads the whole way if he was going to do it that way. So we'll see. What do you think? I mean, I feel like we've been seeing a couple more Midases recently, but not that often.
Yeah, it's on the come up right now, so I'm fine with it right here. I think it looks like a pretty good game for it.
Right.
You know, he's not really being pressured. Of course, now if he buys this Midas and dies twice, his game's just over. But that's the Midas life, you know?
Yeah, fair enough.
And it could be a bit worrisome with this Lina coming through. They don't have the best setup, though. I'm not sure what Melojul is doing. He has some weird rotations, this guy. Like, the same thing with the Leshrac, where he like came down, he's just like clearing a small camp, and I'm just like, is this really where you want to be on the map right now?
Right.
Like, where are we going?
I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a weird timing, but he's really strong, right? Like, he's got this double null tally, Staff of Wizardry. It's before his Yule Scepter's online. I think that they would love to kill V-Tune. And V-Tune's just like, I'm not leaving my tower. Look at me. I'm running circles. Literally do not come near me. Look at this guy. This is what he's been doing for the past 30 seconds.
It's like, you think I'm a fool? This Midas is on cooldown? Then I'm on cooldown. I'm not going anywhere.
And like, his team's fighting on the other side of the map. He's just running in circles down here. Oh my god. I've never seen...
Can I hit the wave now, guys?
Yeah. It's like, all right, G is dead over there, and now I'm going to run on out. Perfect. Nailed it.
Wow, that's a rare sight, a carry player with that much dedication. Someone has put the fear in these players. That is for sure. With the movements we saw last map as well.
Yeah. God, that's so good. I feel like Dota's a very expressive game, and I feel like we learned a lot about V-Tune's mental state with that that play.
I also learned he must not have the taunt. Oh, he does have the taunt. Come on, V-Tune. You gotta at least taunt while you're doing those circles.
Oh.
He could up his game. You know, if we could ask about improvements for the next game, that would be one.
True enough. Look at this path that he's walking to. He knows that Drought could be over there, and so he's just hanging out to the side. Shows for a moment. Tries to get out of there. Jumps to the side.
There's just no one here. I mean, he has
bringing
TP.
in the Centaur.
He just wants to Midas that catapult. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. They can't quite get there with the Centaur in time. Oh, that was close. And then
let's
the
head on
counterplay.
top and we got a call here from G. He wants to go fight. Let's go top. Let's go smoke. Let's fight, guys.
Juan and Seneko also look like they might want to fight as well, as they do spot out this Drow on the creep wave.
Smoked over a ward too, so it could be a false sense of security here for Neferit.
Going, right on top. No way to get out of here. And wow, that is that's rough. Are they going to get anything in return?
Yeah, they're trying up top here. There's an OBS present here from NAVI, so if their smoke pops. Wait, can they kill him? What do they have to lead with? Like, without Yules, they need like a naked LSA or something here. Oh, there we go. All right, there we go.
Static Storm down. Able to catch. Muted. Just got his treads delivered. Is it going to be enough? No. V-Tune can't get that time walk off. So a nice kill. Both cores going down. It was also right as Ramses finished his Blink Dagger. So they could start seeing some motion from Navi here in the next couple minutes.
Radiant's middle tower.
Very helpful that he started to run away. It's the thing Disruptor really needs, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Sets up all your ganks. Roger's making his way down here towards no one. He's going for the Veil first on the Hoodwink, so a lot of Wombo combo damage being spiked up even higher now by the side of Navi. His Midas is on cooldown too. Oof.
Rough. You hate to see it. Dude, they're going double Midas. Invoker's also got it in his sights. Has the Spear Vessel coming out right now, but could be quite good. We'll see how this one goes. We did have a disconnect earlier today. One of the players in the other lobby, I think it was on Namiga, had to play 4v5. But I don't think that that's going to happen here. Hopefully we'll be able to get him right back in a moment.
I heard they won 4v5.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think they had like a mid-ent or something.
You know, with all the Darkseer that I've been playing recently, I sometimes wish that I could micro my own team's heroes as well.
Yes. I don't know. I see you leave your illusion standing still quite a bit. So
listen,
I
we don't need to talk about this, okay?
Yeah.
We don't need to talk about.
Hey,
that.
you brought it
fine.
up, not me. I'm just saying.
I only wanted to bring it up in the context of me saying cool things about myself. You had to throw me under the bus here. God dang. Oh, well, you got multiple hoods.
Yeah, this game's going a lot better for Extremum, right? The big question mark for me is still getting Melojul active. I feel like he's spent a lot of time just not making a Yules before trying to get active. So thankfully they got that last pick thanks to the disruptor using the glimpse and setting up for the easy guarantee kill until that BKB is complete. So that's going to be sort of a permanent setup they have. But currently, no one's also queuing up a Midas. So guys, we got to pause right now. It's a good time to go make sure you got some food, couple drinks, settle in here. We might be in this game for a while. Some mate. There you go.
Need to pick yourselves up. Well, that Invoker is doing a cool little hand sign there. Do you see that? That's awesome looking.
Oh, wow, yeah.
That is some anime stuff right
He's
there.
got a gauntlet on there. He was in the anime.
Just a right click.
So.
Was he? Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's stylish. Was he like one of the main characters? Oh, yeah, he was. Huh. Cool. Big fan. Yeah. Huh.
Spoilers.
Probably watched the dubbed version, did you? I see.
I did. Actually, as a matter of fact,
I don't know anything about anime, but I know that's a burn.
Is it really? Oh,
I think so. They don't like the dubs.
Got to get the dubs. Got to get those wins.
That's true. It's the qualifiers. Everyone wants the dubs right now.
The other thing about this is like the double elimination format for it, I feel like is very, very cool because, you know, there's a lot of times in these qualifier events, particularly like open qualifiers, which obviously we don't have, but where you like get two of the best teams running into each other early. And then it's just like, well, one of those teams is out. And then the grand finals doesn't actually feel like the grand finals here. I feel like there's a little bit more of the chance that you get that double elimination, 2 shots through. I'm liking it.
Yeah, the last thing you want is like the seeding determining who's going to wind up on top or in that grand final. So,
for sure,
we're very pleased with this setup at this point, as it's going to be quite the couple of days. I mean, well, we're only a couple days out from those grand finals and lower bracket final on the 26th. So, it's time to figure out how this patch is being played, and also wonder what's going to happen on Friday when the update drops. Hopefully nothing that affects
Is it on Friday?
I believe that was mentioned. Am I crazy?
I think it said by the end of the week.
Am I just dropping a date? Oh, okay. End of the week. Sorry. So that hopefully...
Spoilers!
Let's... Sorry, that was my inside man at Valve just telling me Friday, which it definitely isn't. Yes, end of the week. Hopefully, my assumption is that it will drop after the grand finals. That would be my hope. So...
I hope it drops today.
Let's hope it's on Saturday.
Why are you trying to keep this from the people? Why are you trying to keep this mode away from them? Unbelievable.
It gives me pleasure to withhold joy from others.
I think that's not a good thing, right?
Wait, isn't that a good thing for parents to do? I'm confused. That's not like terrible behavior or anything, right? Okay, cool.
No, it's not sick or depraved. You're fine. I'm sure. It's all good. You know what we haven't seen yet? A chronosphere.
What's that? A chronosphere. 12. That's not too bad. I mean, our guy's dancing under a tower with a Midas, so that's not the guy I want throwing at the Chronos right now.
That's a fair enough point. They don't really have that damage to throw into it yet either. Like everybody always laughs at like defensive chrono omega lol or whatever, but like sometimes that actually is the way to play it, and like just saying, all right, I'm gonna use this to save. It's like Naga song, you know? Get the heck out of there. Sing a tune.
How do they do those lines like that? I need to learn this strategy. Like Seneco's got, you know?
Yeah, I don't know actually. That guy, oh, is that you? That's you, isn't it?
No, that's me now. Yeah, I was trying to mimic it, but I just got a bunch of squigglies instead.
Yeah.
There's probably some way that you can like drag your mouse around the map and make it do silly stuff.
Aosin, can you do it real quickly? We can get our obs on it. I believe in you, right? Just do it.
What?
Yeah,
look.
Nice lines. No, that was terrible. Oh my god. Unbelievable.
He's not practiced.
No. None of us.
I find it very difficult to even write. You know, I can actually tell you guys who I predicted to win this region by writing. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, I did it. That's crazy.
Even though I saw, let me put an eye there. That's not bad.
Yeah.
I
need to do hearts over your eyes, by the way.
I actually liked what Kyle said, where he said people underestimate the ability of like how important it is to have been at TI to like get there. You know what I mean? To have experience like the concept of TI and just like being through the qualifiers before. That really rung true with me a little bit. So I
Kyle
chose
said?
NAVI for Eastern Europe. I don't want to tell you who I chose for C though.
Why not?
That one's a little bit too out there. Okay, actually it's not that out there, but
see, and I like this NAVI team. I think they're quite strong, and you know, nobody's obviously trying to. We're seeing Extremum put up a really good show. It's a very contentious qualifier, and I think that in general, you know, Eastern Europe has like just a huge number of teams that are all capable of competing for that spot. And it's going to be like a complete and total bloodbath as we get later into these qualifiers. But I will say, I think that throughout this past year, we've seen more and more like these superstar teams that sort of get, you know, pulled together at the last second haven't had the same type of success as teams that have been together for longer. And that's why I think I put down Team Spirit for mine, at least. I really like what I've seen from them so far. And, you know, they put on a good showing this morning. See if they can keep it up.
Yeah, I think ideally for the spirit of the DPC, I kind of hope that they win to prove the efficacy of this, like staying together and playing the seasons throughout and everything like that. But for the crowd, I don't know. I feel like Navi have actually become the heel this time. I almost feel like there's a lot of people that want them to lose. So that kind of makes me want them to win a little bit.
You're contrarian so, Trent.
You know, I'm just playing low tiers and hoping Navi wins. That's just my life, you know.
It's fair enough. Oh man, that's Satyr. Look at that Satyr. That's pretty as can be. God, I freaking love
a lot of manners happening here. Where's the admins ? Question mark.
Yeah, right. Or just like 5 question mark smiley face or something that we normally can get.
That's true. NA, they'd be on this thing in an instant. It would have been 10 seconds into this pause. It'd be admin ? Reason ?
Reason.
That's my favorite one.
No, because they gave lag at the start, right? That's good reason. Hopefully it comes back in a moment,
drop
though.
a reason.
Oh wait, Faust already said it. 6 minutes on pause time. So they're strictly enforcing this stuff. If you go up one right there. Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh,
we do
nice.
have the great voice
Didn't even
lines.
see it. Faust. I wonder if he's a Faust player in Guilty Gear. Probably.
What is that? Actually, we don't need
He's
to go
this
into
really
this.
terrifying skeleton doctor dude. It's some spooky stuff.
Isn't it also like an urban legend or something, like Faust? Am I remembering that right?
I don't know. I just Googled it. It is. It's a legend. The protagonist of a classic German legend based on the historical Johann Georg or Gorg Faust.
You said it right the first time.
Oh, it's Gorg.
It's Gorg. The Legend of Gorg.
Gorg Faust. I had no idea. Oh, cool. He's a highly successful yet dissatisfied with his life, which leads him to make a pact with the devil at a crossroads, exchanging his soul for unlimited knowledge and worldly pleasures. So it's like Devil went down to Georgia, right?
Right.
But instead of playing the fiddle, he wanted knowledge and worldly pleasures. That makes a lot of sense.
Wow. It's Devil went down to Germany. And is that where Gork's from? I don't know.
It's you know.
Now that we're through that,
we're all North Americans. They're all Europeans. One world, one love.
Exactly.
Honey, rising up your bow, and let's play some Dota. We're back. He's back. Hopefully, he's not lagging as much there for G, and he can press and click his buttons to great effect.
13 minutes in, we've got ourselves BKB next for VTune. Midas BKB. What a freaking combo that is. That's wild.
He needs it, though. Just everything on the side of Extremum is very sad when this comes out, right?
Ooh, G. They got vision. No one's there. Pull back in afterwards, and that's the mute. Can they find the follow-up for the kill? Stomp comes out.
Missed.
Oh, they didn't quite get him. No one catches the Laguna Blade. Can they find the finish? They will. Big call afterwards. Catches on to 3. Is it enough, though? They bring down Melajewel. Still up on the high ground. Drow and Chu over to the side, ready to punch away. As that egg will pop, it provides a little bit of cover. So 1 for 1, both mid laners going down.
Yeah, he couldn't actually get everything out on the Phoenix there. He was out of mana, so he'd like pop the wand and just barely get his egg off. I feel like Snake was like kind of spamming it for a second there, trying to actually sync up with the call. But still nice, as you said, to at least get something back there. Both of those players had just finished up some items too. I think they were both pretty low on gold. So not the worst losses, just keeping them off the map and stopping them from farming. Mostly helpful for V2. So he can just have a little bit of space right now.
Well, that is what he needs. Catch back up, get where he needs to be. As, you know, he's starting to surpass the mid laner and the Timbersaw from Extremum, but, you know, still a little ways behind. And actually, he's really skyrocketing up there. Obviously, some of that gold inflated with the Midas, though, as no one makes the move in.
Right back at it after his death.
Could look for it. There's the lift up. Meanwhile, G off to the side doesn't have Static Storm for 5 seconds. They need to wait a little bit longer, but the Bushwhack is enough for the kill. Well, Jewel tries to chase down Ramses, looking for the finish, and with Blizzy there, he'll take him down. So another 1-for-1. Again, Drow going down while VTune farms.
Yeah, they can't quite get the reach on the glimpse. If they kept going, they'd have a shot, but they don't have the vision right now, so they do grab a D ward there from Navi. So interesting play there from Blizzy. Doesn't try and... oh, meanwhile, Seneko, whoa, just gets blown up by Melojoul, but Blizzy didn't try and go for like additional kills there. He just like kind of hung out, guaranteed the kill onto Ramses.
Right.
It feels like they're just playing a little bit slow right now on Extremum. They're not trying to force anything or overextend. But they might want to try playing a bit quicker on this map right now because of the Midas coming up for both Invoker and Faceless Void.
Yeah, and I mean, you've got this Timbersaw Enchantress. You'd think you'd be able to make these towers just sort of drop, and it looks like that's going to be their gold right now as well. Blizzy standing here, ready to tank
nice
the tower
ward
with the catapult. And yeah, get a ward back behind the tower. Snakeo's there, does have egg. Silence is out, right click's coming through, enough for the kill. No one makes the move in. Gets the Spirit Vessel onto Blizzy. Mana drain down as well. Disruptor ulti out. They get to the mute there, and VTune's just gonna die. They find the catch for the kill. Ramses goes in for the call, but where's the follow-up? They don't have it. In fact, he might be going down further. Pull back one on top of him. Afreet's just standing back to the side, laying those arrows fly. A double kill for Melojoul, and Extremum, they just sprang on top of all of them.
Yeah, they flipped the script from last game. This is exactly what happened to them. Playing on this Radiant side, it was their tower that they made a poor defense at after losing some key heroes. Dropping the Phoenix right away, not a great way to start a defense, and then continuing to go for that too. I have no idea how VTune got there. I just looked over and he was chronoed. I didn't even see his time dilation on time walk on cooldown. I'm not sure what happens. Like, yeah, sorry, he just gets stack stormed and died.
Yeah. I mean, you need a BKB. Oh no, Free down bottom. Oh man, I thought they were gonna transition that into a Roche or another tower or something, but they just transitioned the win into a Drow death. That is unfortunate.
That was like the first moment I feel where it's like, oh nice, this is like huge for Extremum. We have something that's a little bit more competitive. They're making the moves that they need on this map to try and punish the items that you have from NAVI. So this is what we're looking for when we talk about like how effective will this leadership be when things start to get a little bit rough, because they're in a position now where it's hard for Navi to make moves across the map. That was a great pickoff that they had there, but if they play a little bit tighter on Extremum, you have a pretty passive Invoker and Faceless Void, while Axe, I mean, Ramsey's doing a great job of keeping up his farm, but he's at the point now where he just wants to go get some kills.
Yeah, wants to battle, and Smoke Up comes immediately. Can they do it at this point? Obviously with the Blink and Call, pretty much anybody dies here as long as those Yules aren't like right at the ready, and they have two of them. You know, Lina and Timber are both built into this, and they're gonna need to get that BKB on Ramses for that super hard initiation, but at least for the moment they're gonna find Chu, get the catch for the kill, and Chu will fall. Blizzy, Yule Scepter lift up, chase down, pulls him back on in there with the Disruptor, but I don't have anything else left in the tank. And now Blizzy, he's got to be careful. Ramses jumps up to the high ground, catches some Bushwhack afterwards, down low, gonna die. Another kill going the way of Navi, and they're just sort of one into the next.
I love how aggressive no one's playing with this Midas, right? I mean, Midas, of course, on the Invoker, it's just, it's mostly for the levels in the sense that you just want to, like, that's where your damage comes from. You know, he's not really a hero that benefits that much necessarily damage-wise from the items. He's looking for, like, more power into his spells from an Aghanim Scepter and from more levels. So getting aggressive like that and utilizing Ramses is so important. And Roger, too. But with this Veil and just, like, lurking on the low ground there, waiting for the secondary follow-up there with the Acorn Shot into the Bushwhack is just perfect.
They've been doing it, like, consistently, just really impressive moves. And, again, it's off of a moment of weakness coming from Extremum. You know, ever since that big move mid, every single action afterwards has kind of gone a little bit awry. And I think this is one of the big issues that I think we've seen consistently sort of at this stage of Dota 2 is like when that tier 1 tower is dead mid, when that tier 1 tower is dead in the safe lane, the opponent's safe lane, where do you make your moves? Where do you try and go to? And a kill here on Snake would be good. But you've got BKB now on Faceless Void. It feels like they might have missed a little bit of a timing.
Yeah, I'm surprised Seneko just gets away with that too.
right? They have good vision. I like this ward over here, up on the high ground in the Radiant Triangle.
Oh, the end courier, or the end creep. You got the courier. Nice. All right, well done. Big snipes coming out. That's what you need.
And you can tell they want to do Roche, but it's pretty hard just to walk in there against freaking Faceless Void, Axe, and all the other stuff.
Someday he'll chrono, guys. Then we can go Roche. Eventually it'll happen. 20 minutes in, he's got the BKB. It's chrono time, you know?
Well, we'll see if he gets there. God, he has kept his farm up pretty well though on V2, hasn't he?
Yeah, the Midas was a great choice. They're feeling so good about this game. It's just hard for Extreme, I think, to keep up that momentum that you sort of need with this draft. You know, think about how well Blizzy's game started, and now he's the lowest score.
Yeah.
It feels like they let him stall out when he was trying to like fly high on this hero and really apply that pressure in the bottom lane. Once no one else joined him and Faceless Void danced under a tower, he got a little bit lost.
Yeah, that was still the highlight for me. I really like that a lot.
He won the dance off and it crushed the spirits of Blizzy.
True. You know, I think we're going to start seeing some different highlights here in a little bit, though. We've got this Aghanim's Invoker almost done. And we know what happens when that Chronosphere comes out with it, with the call, with all that stuff. Like, Extremum heroes, I mean, this pipe's not going to do anything. Like, they're just going to get demolished if they're not careful. I feel like they got to make a move soon.
They need to just retreat. If the egg comes down, run. You know, just go different directions. Do not try and fight the egg. If you fight the egg, you're either getting chronoed or called. And whichever one hits you first, the other one's going to follow up right after.
Now, we do almost have Blizzy here with the Sange going, trying to get where he needs to go as well. 21 minutes in, 8-5 is the score line, and a DD up top as well. All right, very, very cool. Where are we gonna go? Are they still just don't feel comfortable going into Roche, do they?
I think they're just gonna hang out. There's a DD, but there's really no point risking it. It's our best initiating play here. Unfortunately, they've just lost a lot of the momentum because of the BKBs. You know? Right. And you want to just like show up with a Yules or something that's just gonna get canceled out.
Dude, it's V-Tune that goes in. Okay. She's gonna see this. He sends in the Mud Golem.
They don't really have any sort of like AoE punish, you know? If Navi are a little bit grouped up at all, like what is the play? They can just sit like this in behind him.
Oh, they're gonna smoke up to try and take this fight.
Oh, this is good. This is where you smoke now. Yeah. Oh, Navi, no. They have got this so set here.
They are really ready. God, Mellow Jewel, his smoke's about to break. They spot V-Tune. LSA up on the high ground looking for the bushwhack. Eula Scepter gets off inside there with the chrono. Gets the BKB off afterwards. They actually live through the initiation. Egg is likely to drop now. Ramses gets the big call, but Egg still falls. Extreme somehow dodge all of that damage. Now V-Tune has to get out of here. Blizzy, can he chase? They pull back with the Disruptor, trying to run him down. Do they have enough right-click damage? Everything getting a little bit wild. Another big call comes out. They find Mellow Jewel, and that's enough. They take down the Lina, but Ramsey's gonna pay for it as he ends up falling, and now no one also chased. Another glimpse back up in 1 second as they'll pull him back in and then take him back down with that silence. Drow just hitting away off to the side, and it wasn't the chrono they needed. It was the first one, but it wasn't good enough.
Oh man, he did so much damage that fight on the Drow Ranger. Never was amazing. It's like perfect positioning in the back line and not able to find that punish. Great Yules right away there too. I wasn't sure if that was going to be enough, but the Yules then into the BKB as well to help negate some of the follow-up damage they'd have aside from the Sunstrike. And that's it looked pretty terrifying with all these big Sunstrikes coming down, but just the way they were positioned, Extremum not really punished by that. So great play there. I thought that was going to be a little bit of a disaster there.
Yeah.
Now with all these cooldowns missing, like this could be their own chance to head into the Roche pit.
Do they feel comfy with it? I mean, yeah, I guess with all this stuff, I mean, Ramses is still going to potentially be that playmaker, right? But it's not going to be easy. He has BKB. He's got call. I mean,
he's got to have some confidence here. There's like no egg. There's no Sunstrike. Like, you got to go for this. Not even putting Nephrit in the pit. That is interesting.
Listen, I know Ramsey's type of play, and he might try and go for this one. Has the BKB available, but no. They get the Aegis on the Melojewel, and now looking for a chase down here. Might have to pop BKB of his own, as they do get the EMP. Bushwhack afterwards. Call is out. Chu gonna be pulled back in, and trying to live, but not gonna be enough.
All right, well, that's fine. You secure the team escape there. Just by throwing that's what Edge does right now in Pro Dota. You know, that's fine. Anytime you're dying and your cores are getting away, I'm going to call that a success. So they have to feed away a little bit of a goal. They purchased this Aegis a little bit there. But I also appreciate it being on Melojewel as well, too, because I think the positioning from Nefrit's been pretty good. So don't, you know, if she goes down on the Drow Ranger, then chances are your backline's already broken.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And he's been positioning really well on Nefrit this whole time as well. Going to the BKB now. I don't know. There hasn't been that hero that's been able to get on top of him, I feel like. Just solid positioning and them starting the fights.
Oh, nice tornado bottom. They might into the BKB, yeah. No follow-up stuns. I couldn't chain it.
Dude, he's just farming here. He's like, you think I care? That's kind of impressive.
I think what was really scary about that fight was any potential for like a 2 or 3 hero chrono, and Extremum are in a bad way because there's not actually any sort of a save, right? If each team gets a good chrono off. Just has a BKB, so anything, he's just going to BKB during the chrono to make sure he gets the kill onto either the Drow Ranger or the Lina, so they need to be really cautious about that.
Totally. Yeah, super, super careful about their positioning, and, you know, I think that was, like, now you can sort of keep playing the way that Melojewel's been playing, which is, like, aggressive, out in front. You can just sort of sit there and tank that first wave of initiation with the Aegis, as long as it's not, like, an axe call into kill without needing to commit, like, Cataclysm or, you know, Chronosphere.
Good use of the Aegis, though, right? Pressuring a tier 2 tower here, not really any equal pressure. They have a Catapult going up top, but they can't keep going after the Glyph here, so bit of a win there for Extremum, as they've overtaken gold-wise this Midas Invoker and Midas Faceless Void.
Very good stuff. Call, though, on to Chu, again up in the jungle, and it's like they'll bring down that Enchantress again, but on the other side, they found themselves Roger, so the Hoodwink here likely to fall as well if they can get one more hit. He's even going to throw out the Laguna Blade.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
guarantee that one. Yeah, that's fine.
Ooh, and they're going the Aeon Disc. Lina has it, I think.
Yeah. A better counter to the chrono than just having buyback these days. We're all about the Aeon Disc, so you can't really count on getting your Eul Scepter off every time before the chrono. So I think that's part of the reasoning here. It was very fortunate last time by Melojewel. Very well played.
Well, again, that lead staying about constant. I want to see if there's any other things that Extremum want to try and accomplish with this first Aegis, or if they're just comfortable holding on to this outpost and then trying to control the map a little bit. You know, it's always a difficult question, and you know, as you're getting Aeon Discs, it sort of answers to the threat that Navi is posing, but you know, later on there's eventually nullifiers or other things like that that can be a problem as well. So
yeah, I think in the next minute it's going to be very hard for them to try and force like the tier 2 mid or anything. It's a very scary area to try and fight right now for Extremum.
Ooh, good ward though. Almost catching Roger, not quite able to get in range. Well, Melojewel's pushing out the bottom lane that no one was playing around.
Yeah, they know they're all there. They're going to TP in the Navi heroes. They just want to start this off on the Blizzy.
Nobody's around him really.
That's his own Eul, so he can get dilated now.
He's in trouble. Call pulls him back in. Meanwhile, afterwards, you get the Cataclysm. He's just dead. Roger off to the side. They're all silenced over here. Still have Static Storm available. So they pull back in Roger, but this is kind of a wild fight now. Granted, no Cataclysm could open this up a little bit.
And Navi can't see anything in that area, so they didn't know like where anyone was sitting after that Cataclysm went down, and V-Tune isn't sure if he's going to get any sort of a good jump. They do now catch a couple on that bottom ward, so they see them farming that camp down by the outpost. Are they going to move aggressively there, or do they want to try and play on their wards on the top? They're going, all right, they're going to predict the farming pattern of the Drow back to the Ancients.
And Melojewel just showed on this top lane, so they know that he can't be here. Trying to find him.
Mid.
I can't do it. All right. Well, they're just going to take back over this side of the map then. Try and maybe push that tier 2 bottom. I mean, it's a very cat and mousey type of game. That's what it feels like. And could go either way here. I mean,
I am feeling a little bit more confident in Navi, though, I have to say.
You are?
Yeah,
What's
I think
making you feel
as this
that
keeps
way?
going. It's just the big plays. I think they win one fight. The push is really scary with the Alacrity and the Faceless Void. I mean, they also have Lina and Drow, to be fair, on the other side, but I feel like it just seems easier to win these big team fights for Navi right now.
Right.
They just have these like giant tools, whereas like Extremum, they do have the burst pickoff, like you're gonna see right here. Roger's just gone.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of agree with you, particularly in terms of like the big pickoff, or rather the big like team fight spells. It feels like if Navi can get those, it's really good. But I don't know. I kind of feel like Ramsey's Axe hasn't been able to find those same initiations that we saw from his DK last game. It's felt a little bit, I don't know, less good in a way with Extremum.
Good Dota.
I wanted to not flame him, okay? That's what I was trying to do, Trent.
Me caster, big vocabulary. Axe less good. Axe need more smokes.
Listen, I'm casting like
good
Axe.
Vision.
That's how Axe would talk about it. He's going to be in the anime. Oh, for sure.
Oh. Unfortunately, some more lag here. I'm not sure where we're at with pause time. It must be getting a little bit low.
Well, they'll let us know in a moment, I'm sure. All right, another DC. What's the graph saying right now for where we're at? They're giving a slight lead to Navi as well. About a 60-30, 60-40. That's how the math works.
63 to 37% according to Dota Plus A.
Yeah.
I see it. Oh, all right. So they've now passed off the pause. Admin switch the timer. That's like the hardest maneuver for an admin. You know, when they're doing the timer for one team, they say they're ready, but the other team's like, no, but we're not ready now.
Yeah.
It's like that's why they make
chess,
the big bucks.
You know, they have like the chess clock that you tap back and forth when it's your move.
Yeah,
that's what they need.
You know, I bet one of them has it. At least one of them.
I think it'd be a good little system. Did you ever play chess much, Trent?
During lockdown, I started to play. It was very fun.
Dude, I love chess.
I was just like, why did we never play this before? That was our feeling.
Wait, you play with your wife?
No, mostly with my brother-in-law. A little bit with my wife.
Okay. Because I can't play a competitive game like that with my wife. We'd argue too much. I love her so much, but...
We argue about Rivals of Catan. That's...
oh, really?
Oh, yeah. That's the good
I can
stuff.
feel that. Ooh, Sunstrike. Not going to get him at all over there. Oh, that breaks the Aeon disc. Nice. That's hype.
Of course, you're also using Cataclysm, so...
Well, it was just a Sunstrike, right?
Oh, was it?
Or was it?
Oh, my bad.
I think it was just... I think he just saw him. Yeah, I could be wrong. I'm not actually switched over to his Sunstrike thing right now, but we'll see. Jump forward, call. A little bit off the mark there.
Zoning call. Good.
Less good.
Less good. Yes, less good Dota.
No one's looking for a pick here. Finds Freet does have that BKB done. And is this... Ooh, Blizzy.
Got no vision on him. Still look. Oh, he just saw. He got a clip of her going to the trees.
I mean, she still has BKB.
Oh, he got her.
B-Tune right on top. Looking for the chase down now. Waiting for that BKB to wear off. Just going to punch away. Freet in trouble. Mantas tries to back out of there. Not going to happen. Meanwhile, though, on the other side, Static Storm was down. They kill off that Phoenix, but the Chrono is there afterwards. Mellow Jewel just getting bullied, beaten down, and eventually going to get killed. 2 big cores dead, and now the rest of them just got to run.
I love that Chrono from V2. Just not going to go for any sort of a risky bash or whatever. Just like, don't try BKB TP on me. I will happily drop this on you. Very fortunate for Extremum that this is a long roach spawn.
And Chu now staying right on top of him, dropping the spray while still invis. Come on, my man. How are you going to do that to him? The 4-staff trying to get away. Actually might survive to this one, although with the right clicks coming down and the Ramses dunk, they managed to find the kill. Now looking for G as well as good old Blizzy. Can they get him? Jump forward. Call is out. Cataclysm off the mark, but Blizzy eventually bashed, eventually killed. 4 dead, 5 dead. As Roger gets one last shot there with the sharpshooter. Pretty as can be.
Wow, one first skirmish chase down through your jungle leads to all that. A cross-map chase with you wiping down the entire enemy team. And again, that Roche timer really killing Navi right now. That is very unfortunate. That's kind of thing like the game could just be over, right? Like this Roche is so important. And they've got to be happy on Extreme. I mean, they're scanning now. In and out, green and red. They're not sure what's happening. Nako's just going to sit there the entire time to check for it, so...
Yeah.
Chu will send in a Hellbear, I'm sure. Let's go get an eye on it in a minute.
It did end red, so, you know, they could be thinking about this, but it looks like they're going to send Melojul down bottom. They don't want to buy back for it, even if it was going on, but now they're going to see the good news. Hey, there's no Roche here. Perfect. They can get the heck out, and they can come and contest for next round if they want. Should mention, Axe Manta. We've seen this happening more and more often recently. Probably going to go for that shard pretty soon here as well. What are your thoughts on this? I
mean, how good is it this game? I feel like you have to look at like what just blows up the illusions sometimes if there's like this crazy AoE and stuff. So some of the heroes it's not particularly good against, but it almost feels to me like a cheesy one-turn kill sort of strategy where like you just jump and hope that you just do a stupid amount of damage on the first call. But it also just helps keep your farm up. It's great for scouting. Like I love that he's just like sending it up into the enemy high ground and stuff. And I mean, what more does Axe need at this point in the game? You know,
true.
It synergizes well enough with the shard that it's really strong. Speaking of shards, V2 also picked up the one for the time walk. So some sneaky play potential here. Just don't get silenced on the way in.
Oh, call catches onto G. Cataclysm afterwards. Good chunk of damage, but the man lives. The egg is down now as well. G just walking away. G literally just not dying. And now
BKB.
He's able to get out of there. Blizzy playing a little bit of interference, has to go for the big jump away. Melojul tries to bait out the BKB, does get it from no one. And
a lot of spells
great.
Down. Yeah, Sunray was used, BKB was popped from the Invoker. Void has everything. That's the main concern right now. But that could have been so much worse. They just wanted to guarantee the kill onto G and go right into the Roche pit.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. We got some more air it is. We got some smiles now. Super lags disruptor. As they're gonna give the tip to Ramses afterwards. I don't know what's going on, but G was able to put his sort of twinkle shoes on right there and looked pretty good doing it. Dude, he almost has Ags.
Yeah, I can't tell if he has like anything because he's paused or whatever, so I don't even know what his gold is. Oh, now I had it.
Wait, I'm clicking on the wrong person. I think I'm clicking on the wrong person.
It's buggy when they're paused. You can't actually tell. Or if they're disconnected, you can't actually tell how much gold they have.
All right, if you go to current gold.
Yes, current gold. Oh,
yeah.
Like a genius.
1,200. So halfway to
so
it.
Smart. The only use for that thing ever.
Literally.
Might as well check the fantasy points while we're at it here. Let's see.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
Who's got the most?
They're getting that one ready for TI. We'll just get off that quick. Don't show that one. Not working as intended.
No, not quite. Or it's just a much more even game than we thought. Like, that's the other possibility there.
True. Yes, everyone's just perfectly at 3.0.
So he's actually only halfway towards Ags. But nonetheless, scary stuff coming up right now. Roche is available. We've got ourselves Cataclysm going for the refresher eventually on no one, but with the Cataclysm already being used, it means that they're going to have to just make do with like the meatball and all that other good stuff dropping down with the chrono. We'll have to see, but they're into the pit. I mean, this is still scary. They see all of this happening. Roche is down to below half HP. V-Tune could go for the jump in here in a moment if he wants to do it. Sharpshooter out. Nice. Looking for the chrono, but lift up at the same time. Trying to take down the Roche. Can they get it out? They will, and that's Aegis. A couple more things. Cheese was gained by Chu. Gets out of the pit afterwards. V-Tune trying to bring down a Freed. It's not going to happen. Static Storm now also down, keeping no one in a terrible position. They'll take down Melojul, though. Can they kill off no one? They get him. One life down for V-Tune as he gets pushed and glimpsed back in. Weird interactions happening, but I think they're good. Do they get the bash? They do. All right, Nefrit is going to be caught. He goes down. Now looking for more. Blizzy still in a little bit of trouble with that time dilation on him as the chain's going to come back up. Has the chance to get out of there. Force staff and away. But they did manage to sneak the cheese on Chu.
Yeah, that was a pretty good steal. At least dropping the slippers, I think V2 was able to pick up something there. Someone dropped their slippers, but he got the shard and the Aegis, of course. So I guess he can just pass that off to Axe now. So that's convenient. Now he doesn't have to buy his own.
That's good.
A Stormcrafter found there as well, too. So very useful tool. Get some of these setups they have, like the Disruptor and the Lina. Move yourself from some situations here. But the game continuing to flow in the favor of NAVI as the Mega Boomerang is now done. Or sorry, the Hunter's Boomerang. Too much Monster Hunter. For Roger, good call.
Catch there. Can they bring him down? Dual Scepter lift up. Pipe still keeping Blizzy alive, but not for long enough. The bash mid-chain comes out. Gets that kill. G now gonna glimpse V-Tune as BKB Manta dodges it actually.
He has three ways, right? He has the BKB, he has the shard, and he has the Manta dodge.
Yeah, it's true.
He's got some strats, you know, some big styles. G's just gonna call it at this point. He's like, right.
Poor guy, what's happening?
I don't know, but he needs his team to just play out this game while he figures out his internet for the next series. Hopefully they don't have to play. I guess they don't play again today, so you know, if this ends here, he's gonna have some time to sort this out. But a very unfortunate problem for him that he's been facing this whole time.
Absolutely. Well, do they have the rest of their spells up now? Egg is ready. Obviously, Axe can constantly go. Is a little bit low on mana right now, which could be a bit of a concern as Disruptor's going to reconnect. But nonetheless, you still got to imagine with these wards up here on high ground, they're going to be ready to go.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was even detected in the chaos that happened there with killing Blizzy, so could see another solid jump come out here from Navi. Do you have any thoughts on the Boomerang on Hoodwink? It seems to have gotten very popular as of late.
It's a weird mechanic. I like it though. I think it's pretty cool. I can't help but wonder if there's like better things that could fit with it, but you know, people are building it, so that probably means it's good.
Yeah, the hardest thing I think to compare it to is just like looking for a Blink Dagger or something, you know? It's
right.
You know, what else can guarantee that you get off your good spells versus adding on another one? And obviously it is a very good spell, it's just super expensive.
Right.
But in the end, when you're able to pick it up like this, just getting that status resistance, a little bit of slow, doesn't hurt. And of course the spell damage too, it's just, it really fits the same concept of Wombo combo, you know? And now you're basically making an AA out of this Hoodwink between the Veil and the Hunter's Boomerang.
Right, yeah, for sure. And kind of like in the AoE type thing as well, which is kind of nifty. So I like it. Ooh, next round of items picked up here as well, as they're going to transfer over the spider legs, and somebody else got a Minotaur horn. Not sure who they're giving that one to.
Looks like Phoenix is going to pick it up. Seneko.
Okay. I like that. Ooh. Throwing out that boomerang. God, that's so much damage. All right, he's going to pay for that. All Jill says, how dare you? Oh, the Stormcrafter. Dude, Roger got out of there. What? It just sidesteps away. Oh, Stormcrafter hit him.
Hey, what's up?
Get out of there, dude. Tornado lift up. Not going to connect. Back away. I think they were on the other side. V2 and looking for the big jump now. Do they manage to find them? Doesn't go for that just random jump up there. But they do realize that means there is a ward in the area. It gets pinged out instantly, and likely we're going to go see the D ward come in.
Yeah. Clean finish there. The gem now on Ramsey's been carried by V2 for a pretty long time now, but working with the Silver Edge now to try and help increase the confidence in the Chronos, as we do have that Agnes Scepter finish on G, although the disconnect's getting some extra gold, but the one tall combo from Ramsey's, the Shard and the Manta, helped out by a Sharpshooter for the easy kill.
That is scary. I mean, this is the thing. It's like, you know, Hoodwink has some crazy pickup potential there too, as no one drops down that wall. Turn around BKB. Oh, a little weird. He gets the BKB off. Oh no, that was the Ags one as well. And now the Chrono connects. They find both. Dead Drow now looking for Melojewel. Can they bring him down? Doesn't quite look like it, but instead they're gonna find the call. And look at that Timber melt. Oh, didn't stand a chance. Another one drops. No buybacks on any of these heroes, and I don't know. It feels like this might just be the end. Navi takes the win of the fight and gonna take down the buildings.
Yeah, Extremum have shown a lot of, you know, improvement from game number 1 for sure. Like just straight up the laning phase, some of the moves across the map as well. But in the end, it feels like NAVI are just on a bit of another level here, and obviously some unfortunate technical issues here too. I'm sure keeping some of these players on stream from playing at their top potential, playing a lot about the lag this game. But in the end, they are just getting outplayed for sure. The map movement very crisp from NAVI, and once they started getting those chronos and wombo combos online, the game felt extremely difficult for EXTREMUM.
To me, it felt like there were moments where EXTREMUM were like overplaying their draft, right? Like they were able to play better than it felt like they should have been able to, particularly that fight around that first Roche, and right when they got the Aghanims on Invoker, right when they got that chrono ready to go, basically, like they were able to win that fight somehow, and that's awesome. But eventually, you build 2 Midases, those heroes are going to come online in a big way.
Yeah, I think overall their main issues were playing a little bit too slow in the first 15 minutes for the lead they had, and not utilizing Blizzy to his full potential in that Timbersaw. Felt like they didn't play around their strongest hero, and they kind of hung him out to dry, instead trying to pressure VTune that didn't really end up working because of his Midas build. And what I liked from NAVI was the adaptation of utilizing the Sunstrikes mostly for vision, right? They're just using it at the start of the team fights when one hero is targeted to try and figure out where everyone else is for the calls and the chrono setups as they again target Blizzy.
Oh, man. Broken gets that BKB off, but it is not looking like it's gonna matter as the chase down is there. The dunk comes out, now looking for more. Aeon disc proc, they have the static storm again, finding nobody with it. As the chase down continues, Mellow Jewel's getting turned on. My dog is losing her mind in the background at the devastation that's being thrown out now onto EXTREMUM as G gets pulled back in again. Can they get the kill? They will. The dunk is there. They take him down. Cheese is eaten, but Mellow Jewel nowhere left to be found. Double kill yet again. All the buybacks, but GG, well played. As called as NAVI, they're going to end it 2-0. Pretty as can
Excellent
be.
play from everyone on NAVI this game. I really think the 2 supports, though, Roger and Seneko, stood out